I'm doing a quick live and then I'm going up to see me boy, so you won't see much of me when I have time, you know what I mean. Door stuff. Hello. Oh, sorry, I went over to the Etihad to try get some cheap cigs, but I'm gonna get one of them vapes tomorrow, you know, and I've loads of liquid, so I'm gonna try this, like, and if I can, I'd sooner have a vape. You go out between 2:20, right? What time? Yeah, it's grand. I'm gonna leave I leave about 1:15. Well, if you want, I'll mind them while you go. If you don't want to bring them, I'll watch them till you get back, and then I'll take them down here. But I'm gonna try cut down smoking. Like, if I can get used to this, I'll sacrifice smoking. You know, there's nicotine in them. Yeah. That's crazy. Beyond the mansion house. Mansion house, you can't forget that. Or the point depot. So basically, these are just little bullet points from when I worked in a nightclub called the Asylum, and we had loads of rules, guys. Okay, so in Sackville Place now, dance music went crazy, and loads of venues opened, and loads of people had their regulars and what have you. And the nightclub I was part of, like, most of the regulars were the lads off the corner that I looked up to, you know, that used to have to mime me, you know. At the end of the day, if the truth be told, I was paying their wages, and it's the youngest one, allegedly. But you had door staff, you had office staff, you had cloakroom staff, you had security on the doors, you had some dangerous rogues in there, you had protection rackets, rules and policies. Nobody sells here except Ballier. 93 Cherry Orchard Avenue. Red Wall Gang. A gang of mates, that what we were. The media have called us barbarians and called us gangsters and Fenian bastards and all that kind of stuff, you know, to try destabilise. But over time, the kids evolved. Like, I wish some of the kids up in Ballier had a following education rather than following their daddy. You know, imagine that. Your son becoming a drug dealer and it's all your fault. You know, because you didn't do nothing. You know, you see him coming in with Gucci bags. You see him coming in with sarons. new iPhones, and his mate give them to him. I'd say, here, which mate? You know the Saran? I'm going to fuck it through the window. You know, you don't fuck with another man's family. You know what I mean? You don't introduce him to no fucking way, mate. And that's one of the main reasons why I left. Because I knew that I had a chance of being a father. But me being in our prison isn't going to be a good example to set for my kids. You know, so I had to walk, bounce. You know, I went to England and my body was smashed to bits. You know, they smashed me ankles, me wrists, me elbows. They went to town on me. They made an example of me. You know, like, so it is what it is, I suppose, you know. But I'm gonna get one of them vapes. If anyone can recommend a vape, can you tell me? Because I want to try stop smoking. And if it means getting one of them vapes, I know people say that they're not fucking great and all, but look, I need to stop smoking, so I'll try anything, you know, whatever it takes. Time to sleep, don't get my lazy. Yeah, well, when I get up, I'll see. Yeah. Well, Andrew, I'm going to get myself one because, like, loads of people I know smoke them, and I used to smoke them, but I was smoking weed at the same time, you know, and it's like sometimes you don't be in the humour to go out the back garden, so a vape, it's like I can just blow it out the window, you know. I've got COPD, you know, I need to stop smoking, or I won't be here in 3 years. You know, I need to give my lungs a break, but I always trade one evil for the other. You know, like I want to try give up, whether I do or not. You know, stress is very hard. I haven't got a nail left to bite me nail. But yeah. So I'm what? I'm 960 away from 5,000 me target. And I've made an extra 900 videos. You know, in 2 weeks I've made 300 videos. That's fucking commitment, mate. To get up every fucking day and go make content and not get fucking, don't get a reward for it. You know, no disrespect or that, but all the people's channels that I helped before they got to 50, and you know what? Not one of them has ever donated a prop to me channel, a pound. Bought me, see Finn, Lena, Scott in Australia, Pablo, and a few others have. I don't know, bro. Shout out to Diego Jota. Bro, listen, yeah, I'm a Man United fan, yeah. But here, rest in peace to Diego Jota. He was a lovely fella, yeah. Great footballer, you know. And it's sad, these things happen, you know. It's like if you're going down the road at 140 in a Lambo and you try shift gear and fucking put your foot on the brake, your car's gonna slide. Justice for the 97 as well, bro. Me son lives in Toxted, 13 years. I know Liverpool well, bro. Me lad lives up there. You know, he was a head lead youth worker, and then he went on to the NSPCC in order to help a lot of kids around the country. You know, there's a lot of kids, right, that the local city council doesn't give a fuck about them. They don't believe in them. And every crime, low privileged area, bro, they won't give funding. And cause what happened in Toxteth years ago, bro, right? The kids have been getting punished for the sins of the father. You know, so me lad went up there, he went to uni, bro, and he made a fucking difference. Yeah, go on for it. Go on. As long as it's not disrespectful, bro. I haven't got long up, like, I'm leaving at 1:45. It'll take me 15 minutes to get up. Go on, bro, knock yourself out. Okay, Lise, well, I'll be up in about half an hour. It's fucking brutal out, it is. Yeah, nah, I'm going to get you're the next paratroop where you did 6 tours in Northern Ireland. Well, thanks for your service, bro. You know, even though I used to hate you, you're only doing the job. You know, you're protecting our borders from foreign and domestic threats. You know, so you have to salute that. It's very brave you saying that in here, because there's a lot of people that have served that come in and out of here, bro. You know, and thank you for your service, because it's because of people like yourself that this country is great and it's safe. But at the moment, we're both fighting a common enemy. You know, we want our streets back. We want our streets safe. You can't be a realist nowadays. People call you a racist. I have I have political views. I'm not gonna lie, but I keep them to myself sometimes, and then sometimes I can't. You know, like at the end of the day, any men. This is what they should do. Any foreign nationals that come to Europe, if they sexually assault any women, they should be sent back and banned from ever returning again, banished. Like in their country, if you steal an apple, your hand is cut off, right? So they come over here and think that they can stick their dick in someone. So it should be cut off. Do you understand? Blind them, flog them, stone them, because they deserve it. Look what happened to Manchester yesterday. Two innocent civilians lost their life because of an ideology. This geezer went out that morning with bad intentions. He was gonna hurt somebody, you know, and the police had to shoot him. They told him not to move. You know, you're disobeying a direct order there, mate. I don't want to shoot you. Don't make me do this. And he tried to sit up, and you had to, you have to eliminate that threat straight away. Because if he activates that vest, there's a fucking school 20 feet away from him. It's gonna blow a lump out of that school, and kids could have died yesterday. So them coppers yesterday, I'll tell you what, man, he did the right thing. Bro, listen to me. You don't need to tell me that. Hello, Mr. BDL. You go to Afghanistan, bro, right? You know what it's like, right? And it's different in Northern Ireland. Honey traps. Soldiers go out and they meet certain girls and they get brought back to houses, and then they realise they're compromised. They've been honey trapped. A lot of soldiers got killed like that. But any soldier, bro, that serves his country, I respect. Whether you're English, Irish, Scottish, Protestant, it doesn't bother me. If you're fucking a soldier, you swear an oath to protect your borders from foreign and domestic threats. Simple. Not today, mate. And it's like that, you know. It's like the world's gone crazy, but it's the people in the world. You know, it's like too many people. People are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. Uh, and like I said, bro, I respect you for that. I fucking salute you for that. Because I tell you one thing, bro. Do you suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder? Because I know you're seeing shit over there, bro. I'm not stupid. I know what you're seeing over there. You know. Are you getting any counselling for it? I've complex PTSD, bro. And it never goes away. It's like it plays in videos. And there's a lot of people out there. Tough guys, real tough guys. You see Diego Jota 20 there, you never walk alone. Give him a sub, because he's a soldier and he represented this country in Northern Ireland. Now, 10 years ago, I'd blocking you. But me mind is matured and it's like, it's not the English people. Like, how can you turn around and say to all them Protestants that live on the Shankill Road, go fucking home? It is the home. Where do you meant to go? You know, like, if you're loyalist, right, and if you have certain ideologies, you're not going to change that, right? On the Good Friday Agreement, three of my pals got out. Two of them Republican, and when I come here, I met a lad who got out also on the Good Friday Agreement. Tattoos on a man saying for God and for Ulster. Union Jack and a big picture of the Queen on his chest, and patriots. But I get on with them, and time has been an olive branch. Well, bro, listen to me. England and Ireland, for the first time in centuries, were joining forces, were uniting in solidarity. What was your act like? I just too young for. Put it this way, they had to take fucking a certain tablet so they wouldn't get anthrax poison and all that shit. And some of these meds have side effects, and it's like soldiers, they're just discarded when they come home. Ah, here, there's a medal for bravery. Now go on, catch yourself on and be on your way. And you're expected just to go back to society and blend in when in your head you're still on the battlefield. Bro, my uncle was a soldier too, and he fell off a bike and died. He served 2 tours in Beirut in Lebanon, and bro, he died from falling off a bike. You know, like 6 tours, bro. That's a hell of a lot. How old are you, bro? You don't mind me asking you. Because there's no way if you're only 20, you've done 6 tours. A chance, bro. 51. Yeah, man. Well, like I said, fair play to you, You're a hero, whether you know it or not. Not all heroes wear Superman capes, And anybody who's a soldier that swears an allegiance to his flag and swears to protect his borders and his country from foreign and domestic threats. Now, we are dealing with an epidemic at the moment. I'll get into trouble for saying this, but I'm going to say it as well. It's like war is different. When you shoot people, bro, can I ask you a personal question? Now, I know you can't probably answer this, but have you tagged more than 3 people? And how do you deal with it? How do you cope with it? Since you come back, do you get any support from the military at all? Because I've read a lot of horror stories, and they just, it's like what a lot of the shit them soldiers done. They're only there to follow orders, and if you don't follow your superior officer, bro, you're gonna be fucking court-martialed. Do you understand? You need to be switched on. This is Northern Ireland. There's bombs going off every week, and because of the news, propaganda, Sinn Féin, Michael Stone, Johnny Adair, the Mays, the Good Friday Agreement, they let stone cold killers out of jail. in order to hope for peace. And in all fairness, there's been peace. You know, when was the last time the Ra planted a bomb in England? You know, years ago they bombed them to the table. You know, but now, like my children, three of my children were born in this city, and England's been very good to me, right? And the way I see it is, it's like seeing Ireland flags and England flags and Scottish flags together a few weeks ago. You know, it's something I never thought I'd see in my lifetime, but it's progress because the normal English people, Tommy Robinson come out with a flag and he said, "My man is from Ireland," a big tricolour like that, and I never imagined I'd ever see him doing that. Look to your left, embrace the man or woman to your next. He's your brother or he's your sister. And you had people, allegedly, like you have Combat 18, you have Chelsea headhunters, you have Yeats, you have fucking Millwall, you have West Ham. It's like, and you have a lot of fans, yeah, that are proper British patriots, right? And they all attended the march, and it's like, I don't know how they all didn't get nicked, you know, because if we cannot protest, if we cannot have a debate, you know, like freedom of speech is gone. You have to be politically correct, you know. It's like, and that's just the way it is. They're forcing our hand, and they're trying to make us submit. You know, you can break air factories or windows or houses, but you'll never break our spirit or our resilience. You know, that's another reason why I like the Scousers. Because while Hitler was dropping bombs on Anfield, Scousers were getting up on the roofs, writing Hitler la. You can break our homes, our factories, and our windows, but you'll never break our hearts or our spirit. And that's why I love Liverpool. You know, that says it all about the Scousers, you know. How are your Alts? Protest on the cliffs of Dover. Well, bro, listen to me. I I get along with him. I'm not gonna go into it. I have my own views. I don't agree with everything he says, but a lot of things that he says he can school you because he's educated on it. But look, England has become like a big minge, like a big fanny, and it's being fucked every day. It's getting battered, kippered. Shout out to Eddie Beef, rest in peace. Yeah, battered like a minge. So I'm getting myself, one of them vapes. Nah, listen to me. Anybody who serves their country, whether they're England now, when I first come to England, I fucking hated everybody. You know why? Because of TV, because of people saying things in me ear. English are your enemy. Hang on a minute. Your enemy doesn't give you a fridge, a cooker, and a three-piece Chesterfield suite. You know, I was lied to. A lot of people lied to me to try make me tough. Like me dad told me men don't cry. He was so wrong about that, you know. But the Scottish are brave, you know what I mean? SAS, come here. Did you see what was happening yesterday? Hey, helicopters landing with SAS with big duffel bags. They're anticipating something gonna happen. You know, if it doesn't happen today, tomorrow it could happen the next day. You are a Catholic, join Paris because I was a scumbag. Yeah, but bro, listen to me. Hey, you served your country, bro. You're a hero. Do you understand? And people like you, bro, you know that swearing allegiance to your flag to protect your country from foreign and domestic threats. Many times have you heard that phrase, bro? You know, and you're a soldier, so once you swear an oath and an allegiance to your flag and your country and your people, when are we leaving? Uh, like I said, war separates people. And the one thing about war overnight, what does war create overnight? Can anyone tell me? I'll tell you. I'm just saying if you know. What does war create overnight? Okay? Refugees. That's what it causes. You know, when Syria start getting lit up, a lot of the people in Syria had to move. They grabbed what they could take and they went and left. You know, it's like, I think, like, when the Americans and the English were in Helmand, when they were in Afghanistan, it's like they deserted the people in the end. They pulled out, you know, a B-52 on a runway. The wings were full of people handing their babies up to their husband on a plane wing. The plane's going down the motorway, going down the runway, and there's fucking hundreds of people on this plane still. You see people falling off. Next of all, you see the plane go up, and you see people falling. That's how scared they was. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've zero problem with people coming here to start a new life. I did that at 18. You know, I restarted my life. I buried the old use, the waster that I was. You know, because he was a fucking problem. Because of me fucking amigo. Listen to me. And shout out to Lewis Figo. We're not on here for hassle or anything like that. I'm on here to grow. You know, and so far my channel is growing like a little fire. You know, I need 960 subs and that'll be 5,000. I'm 100 videos away from 6,000 videos on this channel. Fucking brilliant, isn't it? Well, bro, talking helps, you know. Have you had any therapy for it? Or counseling? What was I going to say? How do you sleep? Hey, how are you sleeping? Like I said, bro, listen, I know what you've seen over there. You know, like it's crazy. You go to a foreign country, right, and you see kids blown to pieces, and you have to go and help pick them up. Bits of legs, bits of feet, feet still in shoes, where their feet and legs were blown to bits. You know, and they're very sophisticated operators. You know, when you're dealing with physicists and you're dealing with cunts that have degrees in chemistry and biology, and they make a lot of improvised explosive devices, and a lot of the lads get caught slipping. My uncle's platoon in 1979, I think, they were sweeping a village, and it's like a kid ran towards them with a fucking backpack on. And what they didn't realize was the night before, the Taliban come to this house and said, "You have 3 kids. I need one of them for a suicide mission." He tried to intervene. He got a bullet into the head. His daughter walked towards patrol. They used to give her candy every day, yeah? She walked towards the border where there was about 6 soldiers, and she detonated it. You know, she killed everybody. You know, they were picking bits up of her head for weeks. You know, your body obliterates. If you have a suicide vest on, the explosion, it'll tear a hole in your stomach. All your organs will fall out on the ground. But like I said, they're very sophisticated operators. Not only are they great snipers, but they have the best of the best that make bombs and IEDs, and you understand. It's like, but war overnight causes refugees, and every time you have thousands of refugees, do you know the amount of children that die over there? you know, and it's classed as collateral damage. I've just dropped a bomb on a target and it's blew your house up, killed three of your family members. So I'm gonna give you $3,500 to forget this ever happened. Now sign this waiver to say once you get this money, there's no comeback. Okay? A lot of these people hadn't got the money to bury their family, you know, because the family were they were the money makers. But I've always tried to imagine this as an Afghani or a Pakistani or an Irani or a Syrian or any, and the soldiers boot me door in, me dad reacts, he stands up to grab something and he's double tapped in the head in front of his family. You're dragged out, you're cable tied, do you understand? And it's like next of all you hear more shots and your family's dead and they got the wrong house. Oh fuck, sorry, we just killed your family. Hang on, gonna get a brew on a British soldier. Yeah, well, I'm gonna be leaving soon. What time is it? Oh, it's fucking 10 to 2. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna end me live. A British soldier kicked your door in, you will join it. Nah, bro, listen to me. A lot of these people have seen horrendous things, you know, and they get flogged over there and all, bro. They have to wear burqas. Women aren't allowed education. You're not allowed to listen to music. Do you understand? You may as well be dead. It's run by Sharia law now. Like back in '93, it's like Afghanistan was like 75% Taliban, 15% Northern Alliance, and 10% normal civilians. And in the fucking dark, mate, they all look the fucking same. And if you have a staff in your fucking hand, yeah, I'm not fucking hesitating. I'm gonna drop you because I'm not getting shot because I hesitated. But I know a few good lads that have served their country, English lads, very brave fucking lads, you know. And I support the cause. Every soldier that serves his country, whether you like him or not, I don't care where he's from. I respect that. Cause would you run towards bullets? Would you? No, you'd run the other way because you're a civilian. Soldiers don't run. It's not enormous. It's you understand. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to end the live. I'm going to get my son, and I'll see you later on. I won't be long, Lise. Boom.